I have an idea. Let's do a remake. Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? My Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, your sister's ass, the Pony Express. A very ticked off Vic here. You know what ticks me off? Remakes. Whether it's for the movies or television, it just fucking bothers the shit out of me. Let me explain. I've noticed that a lot of remakes are getting made again. And I just saw that apparently someone is going to be remaking The Honeymooners. The fucking Honeymooners. You know why The Honeymooners was a great show? Because Gleason and Carney and all the rest of them made it great. They were the characters, and they improvised, and they did the dialogue in their own way. They looked different. They sounded different, and they acted different. No one else can do what they did. But because Hollywood apparently has run out of ideas, the easiest thing for them to do is say, I have an idea. Let's do a remake. Which is basically saying, you know what? Let's take something good, fuck the shit out of it, and bastardize it, and take the easy way out because we suck at what we get paid millions to do. Let me say this. Fuck that noise, and fuck remakes, and stop doing it already! Why? Because what's the point of taking a piece of art someone else already created and then doing it your way or some way or whatever way, and all the ways are all wrong because just leave someone's art alone already, you stupid cows. And apparently remakes only exist in TV and film. You don't see someone remaking the Mona Lisa. You know why? Because that's called a forgery. You don't see someone remake a great book like To Kill a Mockingbird. Why? Because that's called plagiarism. Oh, yeah, you see some bands doing a song from another band, and that's considered okay. They call it a cover. You know what I call it? I call it write your own fucking song, you flaming jerk-off, and stop doing someone else's work. Look, I'm changing the channels the other night, and I'm like, what's this? And Lucy says, oh, that's the remake of Mary Poppins. And I'm like, they remade Mary Poppins? Why would anybody remake that? It's a classic movie. Seriously, I don't get this bullshit. Jesus Christ. I've seen remakes of The Odd Couple. They did a Bewitched movie, a Car 54 movie, and I can name a million of them. And sequels are almost as bad. How many Planet of the Apes can you produce before the audience wants the fucking apes to win already? And then there's reboots. That's a whole different thing. Yeah. Who's the Boss is coming back with Tony Danza and Alyssa Milano. What's that going to look like? Danza's 100 years old and Milano is a great cookie. They have to bring the show back as a reboot? Nobody has a better idea for a new sitcom? And there's nothing worse than a prequel. That's the opposite of a sequel. A prequel is when you bring back a show and do it as if the characters are younger at an earlier stage of their life before the original show. Like, who gives a fuck what Beaver was like as an infant? Or what Hawkeye and Trapper John were like in medical school? Oh, man. Now, listen up to the few mutant ass pipers who'll probably say, oh, but you do remakes when you do Rocky or Scarface characters or whoever in your skits. Oh, really? I'll give you my answer now, Senator. Shut the fuck up, you duty-nibbling shitbreath. Doing a short farce or comedy or spoof skit of a character in a different premise is not remaking a movie or a song or a TV show, okay? You missed the point entirely if that's your answer, and the point is on your head. And if I want any more shit out of you, I'll squeeze your head. Look. Talking about remakes. Taking a classic show or songs or movies and redoing it for no reason. Did I need to see The Longest Yard remade? Why remake that? They remade King Kong again a few years ago. Why would you take a classic and do it again? I just don't get that mentality. Would you please have your own creative thoughts and come up with something new? You know, folks, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but they never say the whole quote, which isn't very pretty. The actual quote is, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. So the next time someone in Hollywood decided to come up with another remake, remind them that they are mediocre talent and to leave the greatness alone. Remakes in TV and film, that's what ticks me off.